So he who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food. Seed to the sower and bread for food. Underline that statement right there. Seed for the sower and bread for food. Will supply and multiply your seed. Will supply and multiply. Everybody say multiply. Multiplied your seed and increase the harvest of your righteousness. You will be enriched in every way for your generosity. So here's the key. Seed is for sowing, bread is for eating, and God has promised to provide that to his people. God has promised to provide to you seed for sowing, bread for eating. So, that's what I have here today. I was going to give you, Rich, my $10.
Your $10.
But you said, who has $10 to give me? I didn't have $10. I had Mark's $10.
Yeah.
So I thought, it'd be a little hypocritical, wouldn't it, to be giving you. In contrast, that's kind of like giving your mortgage company God's tithe. I mean, you know, I wouldn't feel right about giving you somebody else's. That was extra. I don't know where that came from. We're going to have fun today. Well, I'm going to have fun today. I hope you enjoy this. We know that our provision comes in the way of money. That's the way our economy works today. That's how it works. You go to work, you get money. What they said Ed preached in a local prison several times, and his honorarium for speaking was a bunch of bananas and mangoes and something else. And Bethany last year preached, and they gave her, Jessica, you were there, weren't they? They gave you chickens and a goat or something. 2 chickens and a goat, and, that was, so in certain economies, I'd be sitting here with chickens and goats, but in our economy, it's called money. Everybody say money. It's called money. So here's the question. Is this seed or is this bread? Is this seed or is it bread? Is one of them seed and one's bread? Is that how it works? Which one's seed? Well, it's neither. Here, how do we know it's neither? At this point, it really depends on what you'll do with it. Are you going to sow it or are you going to eat it? Right. If you sow it, it's seed, and if you eat it, it's bread. Right. If you sow it, it's seed, and if you eat it, it's bread. So look at Isaiah chapter 55, verse 10. It says, "As the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater." So then the question is always raised, well, how do I know, Pastor? Because, sometimes sowing, if I give to this and I do that and I do that, how do you know? Well, we know because this is how you know. If you do something with your money and you consume it, then you know it was bread. Bread is consumed, and it's gone, or it's used up. If you consume it, it's bread, and if you sow it and it produces more seed, then it was seed. So let's look at things. Just to break it down real simple, I want to make sure no one misses this. So what does bread look like? Well, bread looks like clothes. Bread looks like food. Bread looks like furniture. Bread looks like most cars and entertainment. And it looks like the home shopping network. That's not seed, bro. That's bread. It takes bread, and you're not going to use that junk anyway. We know that. You know it's going to sit around your house for like a year or two, and then it's going to end up in the Mecca donation. So why not keep it as seed? Women's shoes, huh? That's an investment. That's an investment. I'm getting heckled from the front row, but that's called bread, and it costs bread. Those items, and many more items like that, that's bread. But here's the good news. All the women say, yeah? The good news is God has promised to provide you with bread. He's going to provide you with bread, all the bread you need. Bread is consumable. Bread is seed that is consumed. That's what bread is. Okay, so what does seed look like? Well, you know it's seed if it produces more seed. You know it's seed if it produces more seed. What is seed? Seed is things like education, a home, investment, land, equipment for your business, tools for your trade, offerings to God, alms to the poor, seed. Cash in the bank, cash in the safe, cash in your mattress, huh? I know where you guys keep your cash. So here's the key. You must not turn all your seed into bread. You must not. You cannot. Well, why? Well, the reason you cannot is because your future is what I would say is secured in the seed. Yeah. Your future is secured by the seed. Or we could say it like this. If you consume all your seed, you're consuming your future. That's what we could say.